Hey everyone, for today's video I'm going to be doing something a little different. I might have done this one other time on the channel, but I'm actually going to be doing a book review, okay? But not just a book review, I'm also going to be doing a trick to go along with the review. So without further ado, let's get into the book. So the book here I have is Devinations by Shawn Devine. So, as you can see here, it's just a total black, okay, so it's just all black here, and then it has white lettering, Devinations, Shawn Devine. Maybe you can see that? Okay, I think right there you can see that. Now on the side, it's black, and it also says Devinations as well. I think right there you can see it. And then on the back, it's blank. Okay, so this is Devinations. Now, Shawn left a nice note in here. So he wrote, "To John, I hope you learn something new from this book. Love you, friend. Happy practicing, Shawn." So, this is all I'm going to show you from the book for now. But without further ado, let's get into one of Shawn's tricks. So here is what the trick actually looks like. I think right there we're good. So the first thing I'll do is I'll give these a little mix up. And then I'll give these one more shuffle. And how about a cut? And I think if I do this correctly, I'm not the best at this, but I think you guys will get the point here. We can produce all four aces just like that. I know I'm not the best at that, but I'm practicing it every day. So we have the diamond, spade, heart, and club. Here's what we're going to do with the aces. We're going to make a few piles for each ace. Okay, so here's the first pile right there. And here's the second pile right there. And then we can stick about half here and half here. Now we're going to pick up the first pile, and we're going to put the ace of diamonds somewhere in the pile right here, and we will lose it. We'll take the ace of spades, we'll leave that right there, and we will bury it. Now we're going to take the ace of hearts, leave that right there, and put the rest of the cards on top. Finally, take the ace of clubs, put him on top, and we will cut him in to lose all four aces. Now all I have to do here is snap my fingers and one card will turn face up, okay? So if we go through here, as you can see, the seven of hearts is the card that turned face up. So we're going to actually deal 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The ace of diamonds. Okay, that's not bad. How about we make this a little easier? And if we snap our fingers, I think the ace of spades should be face up, just like that. But wait, we have two more aces. The ace of hearts and the ace of clubs. How about we spell ACEOFHEARTS. Wow, ace of hearts too. Okay. Now, because the ace of clubs is the last ace, he's going to be the hardest here. We're going to give these a few cuts. And I think the ace of clubs is 13. So if I come over and I lift up, I think I got 13 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The ace of clubs. So, that is how you can do the trick. Now, at the end here, I will go over the tutorial for how this is done. But first, let's go over what Shawn's book consists of. And if you have any suggestions or anything you want me to teach from this book, just let me know down below in the comments. So let me make sure everything is good here. Okay, so, Devinations. What do we have in this book here? So if we flip past the first page here, you'll see it says Devinations, written by Shawn Devine. Okay, so just black lettering and then some more black lettering right there. Rest is white. Now we flip open to the first page. Here are your table of contents. Okay, so I will probably leave all of these contents in the description down below. So in case you can't see any of these here, you can check the description for them. So if there's anything you want me to teach, just let me know. So the table of contents consists of the intro. Obviously, I wouldn't teach that. But the BB shift, jumping the shark, future fling, slapjack, parallel forces, reinforce, push control, PI, so P.I, big figure, quota, ample turnover, Locus, Equivocaan, I probably said that wrong, but I'm sorry, Hotbox, on the mark, spring roll, T.L.C, reminds me of wrestling, tables, ladders, and chairs, or tender loving and care. Then we have sus, freewheel force, so maybe that force you do with freewheel, I don't know. Focal point, oversight, Canasty, double tap, Tenacious, ace, and timeless. So once again, all of these tables of contents will be in the description. So if you want me to teach one of these or multiple, just let me know the title of it. And maybe the number 2, just so it would be easier for me. So looks like on the mark is 46. So if you want on the mark, you would just put on the mark 46. Or something like that. But that's the table of contents. Now, if we go through this book here, so I don't know if this would be any better, but right here we have the introduction and the spread call. Okay, so how am I going to do this here? So as you can see, Shawn actually provides pictures to go along with it, okay? So this is the spread call. This is the BB shift. Now, if some of these are real sleight of hand, it might take me longer to get the video out because I don't know that much sleight of hand. But for the most part, I might be able to get it out. So jumping the shark. So you have a picture here of John Scarn or Scarney. I'm not sure how you say it. Then you have the future fling. And as you can see, he gives you a step-by-step instructions. And then he gives you some pictures of him doing it, okay? So slapjack. And you have, what's this one? Parallel force. So, everything in here is going to have 1 or 2 pictures and then the written out instructions. If you go all the way to the end, or actually, not to the end, continue going through the book here, he actually put, so let's see if I can find it, tips. So he put about practice, if you mess up a trick, what if your nervous performance of social anxiety, living in the moment, and just smile more. Okay, so some nice tips here, especially if you're a beginner, okay? So, some very, very nice tips here. Obviously, I'm not going to put all of this in the description, but if you want me to make a video on some of these tips and how I do them and how I overcome them, just let me know and I will make a video on it. Right here, he put a quote by Dr. Robert Anthony. Learn to want to smile and enjoy the happiness you bring into the lives of those who pass your way. Try smiling today and notice the magic it works. Remember, your smile is one of your greatest assets. I think during this COVID era, I think we all need to smile more anyway. But right there is the quote. So it's nice how he breaks it up. So it's not just all tricks or all slights. He actually breaks it up, which I think is a really good thing here. And if you keep going, you will see that Shawn also put... Let's see here. At the end, after Timeless, I want to say. Timeless, okay. He put references. Okay, so for every trick here, he put a reference. Because this guy is a wizard. He's like an encyclopedia full of tricks. So, these are all the books he studied. And he probably referenced to as well. So just to read off a few, he put The Spread Call by Hofzinser, Card College Volume 1, 95. The Marlowe Side Jog Glide by Ed Marlowe in Marlowe's Magazine Volume 1, 1976. Put the OC Cut by J. O.C., 1962. I think I taught the OC Cut, but if I didn't, I will teach it again. Close-Up Card Magic. He put Juan Tamara's Memorized Deck from Pneumonica, 2004. The Curious Count, which he has actually taught a few times. He's taught Harry's Riser, Out to Lunch, Versatile Call Switch, some stuff by Nick Trost, I believe. You have Simon Aronson, Gene Huggard. So this is the whole book itself, just a very, very nice book. And then the last 2 pages are blank. So I don't know if these are for notes, like if you have certain notes you want to write down, or if they're just there. But I would advise getting a notepad if you want to write down notes. But this is the book. At the end, I'll go over it one more time, just for those of you that want a quick recap. Without further ado, let's get into how this trick is done. So this is a very good 4-ace trick. It reminds me of another 4-ace trick I saw by Miss Mag called the Kicker. So if you want me to upload that trick, let me know and I will do that. So here's how you're going to do this. You're going to use the 4 aces, any 7, and then an indifferent card, okay? So you have the 4 aces, any 7, and a different card, okay? So for the aces, you're going to set this up spade, diamond, club, heart. So basically, red, black, red, black, red. So from my left, this is my left to my right, spade, diamond, club, heart. And what you're going to do is between the club and the heart, you're going to put your indifferent card there. So the jack of spades. Going to take your ace of clubs. And keep in mind this won't ruin your card. But if you're afraid about this ruining your cards, you can always use a cheap deck. But you're essentially going to put a breather's crimp in it. So I don't have a video on this because I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But if you would like a video on this, just let me know. And I will do a video on how to make a breather's crimp. Essentially, you're going to use your index, pointer, whatever you refer to it as, your middle finger and your thumb. And if you have bicycle decks, you'll notice the 2 angels, and then like that little, I don't know, for the bike, it's like that little gear thing, that little circle and those 2 lines. You're going to put your thumb there and your fingers on the back. Come over with your other hand, make sure you mirror the same fingers. Middle ring, or index, middle thumb, put it right next to it. Gonna be pushing in, okay, so down, and then this hand out. Then come over and do it with the other hand. This creates an X in the card. So if you do it the other way, now you have an X right here. So if you put on top of the deck, essentially, depending on how good you do it, you can spin the card around. That is what you have. That's going to help you cut to the 13 cards, okay? So you have your setup here. Take your 7, and you're going to place it near the bottom. So I place about 5-6 cards near the bottom. Place these on top, and you're good to go. So one more time, I'll go over the setup. You have your spade, diamond, your indifferent card, your breather crimp club, and your heart in aces. Near the bottom, about 5 to 6 cards up, you have any 7, in this case the heart. So you have that near the bottom, these on top. You're good to go. Now if you want to, you can really produce the aces any way you want to. Keeping in mind you're going to have to get rid of that jack. But here's how Shawn does it. So you're going to start off with an overhand shuffle. So I don't think I taught this as of one video dedicated to it. But here it is again. So middle ring pinky, or it can be off, it doesn't matter. Come over with your other hand and strip off about 2/3, okay? So that whole setup, the first setup is right here. The 7 is near here somewhere, okay? So you're gonna come over and you're gonna just in-jog the first card on this bottom packet. Now these cards can really be shuffled. Keeping in mind that 7 is gonna probably move around, but shouldn't be too far. You're now going to come over and lift up on this card, okay? When you lift up, you're gonna push in, okay? So now you have a break. Gonna drop these cards, because this is the bottom half. Now taken over is the top half. So you drop that, and keep in mind you now have your stack. So you're going to go 1, 2, here's your 2 aces, 3, gonna in-jog or out-jog that jack, indifferent card, and just throw these on top. You want to keep the rest of your stack on top, okay? Now you have an in-jog card right there. You're going to come over, push up and in, and catch a break underneath the jack. And now you're going to do this rolling move by Dan and Dave. I don't know the name, but essentially, with this break, with your pinky, you can extend your middle and ring finger a little more on top of it. And then you can just tilt your hand down, okay? But before you do that, make sure for your other hand, your fingers are extended here, touching these fingers, okay? Going to tilt down your hand, and this packet going to move just like this, and you can catch it in your other hand. So now you're just like this, okay? So now you have 2 halves. You're going to come over, and you're going to want to use your thumbs on the top corners here. So if you have bikes, you know, if the angels on all 4 corners, you're going to put your thumbs on them, push down, and so diagonal to the left, to the right. It's going to come right over the top of the packet here, and it's going to go right on the bottom, making sure you don't get 2 cards, okay, just get 1. So if you want to, you can put your pinkies right here to get 1, or you can move up a little and then squeeze. But you're going to come over, put this on the bottom, going to set these packets down, and at the same time, your thumbs are going to pull out these bottom cards, and your fingers are going to pull out these top cards. You can lay these aces down, and then you can lay those other aces down. And then you're going to take the left-hand packet, right-hand packet, and put it on top. And that is how you would do that move. So let me go over that one more time for you, just in case you didn't catch it. So you have your 7 somewhere near the bottom. You have your spade, diamond, club, heart. Your indifferent card is right in between there. These are on top. Gonna come over, strip off 2/3. in-jog this last card. You can shuffle these, but then you're going to lift up on the in-jog, going to push in, drop these, okay? And now you're going to go 1, 2, 3. In-jog that card, drop these on top. Make sure they don't see that break, because you're going to come over now, lift up on the break, so right under it, push in, okay, so catch a break up below it. Put your finger stretched out here. You can extend your fingers and just have it roll into your hand. And now you're here. You're going to put your thumbs on these angels. Lift them up a little so you can see the second card. Then I put my pinkies down. Applying pressure is almost like a pinky count. Continue sliding these cards over to the bottom. Tilt your hands down. Set these packets down. Pull these bottom cards out with your thumb. And then when you're about done with these 2 cards, you can use your middle finger to slide these out. You have all 4 aces. Take the right half and put it on top. And now you are all good, just like that. So that is how you get the 4 aces out. If you would like a full tutorial on that move, or that Dan and Dave move, or both, just let me know down below and I will do it. So now you're going to set up the piles. And what you want, so from my left, right here, to my right, I have diamond, spade, heart, club. So what I'm going to do for the diamond is I'm going to put 9 cards down. So how do I do that? First I push over in groups of 3. Okay, then I do 2, 2, 2. Turn these face down and put them down. So if we count these singly, now you wouldn't do this, but I'm showing you that this is 9. You would have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I still pushed off in 2, but I was able to count in my head. Put that down in front of the diamond. Now for your spade, you're going to have to go till you see a 7. Now, in most cases, depending on how you shuffle, for me anyway, I end up with a different 7. But it's usually pretty good down in the deck. Now, if you see it's around, I don't know, the second or third card, you can give these a little shuffle and then look for another 7. Or you can just call a 7 to a different place in the deck. But anyway you do this, you're going to need to find your 7, catch a break above it. Okay, so here's a 7 with a break. Turn all these cards above the 7 face down. And here is the one move I add in. It's really simple and it's going to save you a lot of hassle. Pick up this packet, just lightly give it a bend and set it down. That way, later you come back, you lift up on this bend, you don't flash the 7. Because they don't think you have the 7, they just think you have face down cards. So just give it a bend and then set it down. Now for these 2 cards, it's real simple. You can do whatever you want, but I give them half and then half. So let's go over that one more time. For the diamond, you have right here, you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 cards for the diamond. For the spade, you have a random number of cards, but you have your 7 at the bottom, face up, and these are face down. And this is optional, but I give it a little bend. For the heart, I give it about half of the cards, and then the remaining cards for the club. Now, you're going to go over to your diamond, and you're going to spread down to the bottom of the packet till you see 3 cards. When you see 3 cards at the bottom, split it. So you have 3 cards in your hand here, and then you have, was this 6, 3, 6, 6 cards in your other hand. Take the diamond and place it right here on top of the 3 cards. So now it's going to be 4th from the bottom. So you can show that it's going near the bottom and drop these on top. Pick up your spade and put it right on top of this pile. Here is why I do the bend. I come over, I lift this up, and I'm able to put it down. But before I do that, I just squeeze it lightly, and then I drop it down. that is going to hide the 7 and get the bend out. If you see the bend is there, can give a little riffle like that. But it doesn't matter. The bend should be out. Take the heart, put it on their pile. Okay, so the heart has a pile too, but about halfway out. So side jogged. Gonna take these, slap them down, pick up all of these. Use your thumb to lift up on the heart and push in. And then you can lift up on the back here. And then you can get another break, okay? So the heart is right here. Gonna take the club, remember it's crimped, put it down, pick up from your break, so the heart is right here. Put down the heart, and then put down these. Now that is how you stack the deck. Now it's essentially gonna be self-working. So you snap your fingers and say you're gonna get a card to turn face up. And when you go through, they're going to see a card did turn face up. Take all these cards above the 7. So you spread and you see these are above the 7. You're going to turn these face up right in front of you. So just turn it over. Here's the other move you're going to have to do. You have an ace beneath the 7. You have to take the ace along with the 7. So what you can do is say, okay, so as you can see, any card could turn face up, but it was the 7. And in that case, I just got a little break. So you can push off and pull back, catch a break. You can do your pinky count. You can riffle up. You can spread. But when you spread, keep your index finger on that ace. Show all the cards are face down. And the 7's the only one face up. And when you come back, you can lift up your index finger and put your pinky in there. Any way you want to do it, take that 7 along for the ride. Put them down. Don't flash, so don't do that. Just make sure when you have them, you just put them down. If you want, do a little bend and then put them down. But now you're going to count 7 cards here, face up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The ace of diamonds. Take the rest of these cards, turn them around, and put them on top. Do the same thing. Snap your fingers, go through, and you will see the ace of spades. This time you're going to put these to the bottom. So you go through, you see your ace of spades, put these to the bottom. Put him down. Now you're going to spell ace of hearts, okay? So you can go A, C, E, O, F, H, E, A, R, T. And right on the S, you have your ace of hearts. Ace of clubs, finally. Gonna pick up all these cards, because your ace of clubs is right here. Put these cards on top. And now what I do is I do another overhand shuffle. So I peel off 2/3. I just distribute 2 cards on top. I pull this card back, and then I shuffle these. I lift up on the break, so I lift right up and catch a break right under it, and I cut the cards. And then I give it a 180 turn, and that is just to see where your break is, okay? So maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. Right here is going to be your break, okay? So however you want to do this, you have to come over, lift up, and I give it a 180 turn. And I see if I have an ace, I'm golden. You can count down the cards and say I think it's 13 down, and it's right there. If you lift up and you see you don't have an ace, that's fine. Put it down and try it again. Maybe you cut too far. You don't see an ace, that's fine. The main thing you want to remember is ace of clubs is going to be the 13th down. So you can either cut for the ace or try to cut 13. But use that ace as a marker, okay? And plus it's crimped. So you should be able to come over and cut right there. Now I had a little trouble in the performance, but I think I got it. And now what I do is I give this one little bend while I'm talking to them saying, okay, I think this is 13. Give it a little bend, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 ace of clubs. The crimp is still there. So before I turn this over, I might say, what was your card? Ace of clubs. Give it a little snap, little flick here. Okay, but you don't have to. You can show ace of clubs right there. And that is how you're going to do this 4-ace trick. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'll go over the book one more time, and I will leave all the contents in the description, so you can let me know which one you want me to make a video of, and this will be the video. So, Devinations, we have BB Shift, Jumping the Shark, Future Fling, Slapjack, Parallel Forces, Reinforce, Push Control, PI, Big Figure, Quota, Apple Turnover, Locus, Equivocaan, Hotbox, On the Mark, Spring Roll, T.L.C, Sus, Freewheel Force, Focal Point, Oversight, Canasty, Double Tap, Tenacious, Ace, and Timeless. Once again, the table of contents will be in the description along with the number. And one more thing, at 100 subscribers, I am going to be doing a question and answer. So if you have any questions at all you would like for me to answer in the upcoming question and answer, just let me know down below in the comments. But the only thing I ask is that you don't ask questions somebody else has already asked or that I might have answered. So I'll leave the first Q&A down below. I'll leave the video down below. Make sure you check out the comments of that video and every video uploaded after, just to make sure no questions were asked. I think that's it. Leave any and all questions you would like about anything. That's it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Really close to 90 subscribers, and then that big 100. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you again so much, Shawn, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.